It is a thriving community operation, raking in some 85 million Jamaican dollars per year. The employees are mainly youth with little education or prospects, but who jump at the chance to be part of something bigger.
This is a profile of a notorious Jamaican gang, a powerful operation that funds itself through fraud, drug and gun smuggling, money laundering, and mostly extortion.
Follow us tonight on CS311 as we explore the world of gangs and the price we pay in extortion.
Crime Stop Jamaica and National Bakery, in association with TVJ and our sponsors, ICD Group, Grace Kennedy, Home and Things, Progressive Grocers and Guardsmen, present CS311 with Deirdre Dixon and Leroy Hall.
Over 250 gangs are active in Jamaica, and when they cross each other, no one is safe. Recent headlines reported a daring gang-related attack that left 1 dead and 5 innocent bystanders wounded.
One of the main causes of gang rivalry is extortion, the lucrative crime of obtaining money or property using threats of harm against victims or their family. Are the Jamaican police winning or losing the battle against extortion?
We posed this question to a member of the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch of the JCF.
As it relates to whether citizens are accepting extortion as a way of life or they are comfortable with it, it is our view that it could be a little of both. Within their business model, some are observing it as costs, while some are reporting the matters to us. Being law enforcement, we react to reports that would have come into us and participation from the general citizenry. Without participation, it limits some of the things we can do. However, we have been doing well enough with the information that we have received so far from those who have come forward to report. What we do is things that we can't say on here to protect the citizens, but so far we have been able to get them not to be executing their threats by implementing different strategies. Well, technology is being used by all criminals. Extortionists are no different. They are using all forms of technology, and therein lies another problem, because behind the anonymity that technology provides gives them that level of discreetness so that they can continue to perpetrate. However, with the use of our technology as well, we've been able to catch some. Winning any battle against extortionists or criminal organization is always a challenge. The fact that they operate on the clandestine level makes calculating win or loss a very difficult task. However, we are fighting and we are doing well in the game. We just want to encourage the citizens to remember that extortionists are not necessarily their best friends, and they use the money that they get from such activity to perpetrate other criminal acts. They also use the money to buy weapons that are used against other citizens, to include them. So we urge citizens to remember to report the matters. We have discrete ways in which to report, and Crime Stop is one such.
That was very informative. Thank you. Obviously, in a country of just over 4,000 square miles, the reality of gang life is that everyone is fighting for the same rewards.
Not surprisingly, gangs are a major source of nationwide corruption involving the most unlikely of people. Listen to this. The words gang and extortion suggest images of stony-faced male recruits. But did you know that gang activity in Jamaica is increasingly involving women and teenagers? With more crackdowns on gang activity, women and school children are being recruited as collectors for protection money, as they are less noticeable to the police. It is said that many attacks on women are not random, but directly related to their role as pawns in gang warfare. Gangs and organized crime are major triggers of violence in Jamaica, particularly homicides, much of it linked to extortion. Extortion is an accepted, although resented, business expense for many major businesses, construction projects, event organizers, and entertainers. But the gangs also target smaller prey, like shop and store operators, street and market vendors, bus and taxi operators, and even commuters using bridges and roadways, and school children. The pull of gangs is not likely to decrease anytime soon in a country where between 120,000 and 140,000 young people aged 14 to 24 are not in education or employment. Sitting idle on a street corner, even a life in crime, can seem appealing. When Doreen Hamilton pulled into her driveway on Saturday, September 2, 2017, death was following close on her heels.
Within minutes, violence of the worst kind entered her home, leaving behind a mystery and our unsolved crime of the week.
"12:55 a.m. Saturday, September 2nd, 2017. Cedar Gardens Road, Mandeville, Manchester. Doreen Hamilton and her son, Arain Hamilton, had just arrived home after a day trip. They entered their home and prepared to relax. Meanwhile, a car pulled up to the gate. Assailant or assailants unknown entered the home and accosted the occupants, and all hell broke loose. Son and mother died in a hail of gunfire, with shots to the torso and head. And the guilty, they skulked away into the night. This is yet another case where no family member was prepared to speak, possibly because of fear. No motive has been established for this brutal double murder. Investigations continue, but your help could prove invaluable.
Did the Hamiltons willingly open their door to the killer or killers, or was their home invaded by force?
Who were the occupants of the car leaving the murder scene? Did the identity of the killers die with this mother and son, or does someone else know the truth?
Crime Stop is offering a reward totaling $200,000 for answers and the information leading to the arrest and charge of the killers. Dial 311. We'll do the rest. We continue after this.
Hey Glenn.
Sakina, is that drive me a beg?
I'll soon come.
Thanks for picking me up. But how come you not broke after you don't pay off your car insurance?
I paid my car insurance, but with BCIC Easy Pay, it allowed me to still have money to spend otherwise.
Wow.
Switch to BCIC Easy Pay today and pay your insurance in up to 9 monthly installments. Everything we do is for you.
Shop home and things for big savings in construction finishes store. As a contractor, I give my clients only the best. That's why I get all my construction finishes at Home and Things. Everything I need under one roof at the lowest prices. From tiles, drywall and paints to the best brands in fixtures and faucets. Shop Home and Things for big savings. Your construction finishes store. Make every room a beautiful thing. Live your style at Home and Things.
I'm a small business owner and a Sunday school teacher, and I'm ruled by my beautiful wife and daughters. I had an accident in March. My first thought was, what am I going to do? I called my GK insurance rep thinking it's going to be a hassle. She said, you forget that you get accident forgiveness. Your no-claim discount is protected. With my loss of use benefit, I was able to get a rental car. Within a week, I was paid. With GKI, I'm relevant and I matter. An insurance company that keeps its promises.
GK Insurance, because we care.
I know I can depend on my barber to give me the perfect haircut every time. Respect is also due to my bus conductor. He ensures that I am not left behind and I get on board safely. It's good to see the police protecting and reassuring with courtesy. My journey through life is unfolding every day. I pledge my heart forever to serve Jamaica, our shining homeland, with pride.
Our focus tonight is organized crime and extortion. But first up is missing.
Missing, brought to you by Progressive Grocers. An Ananda alert had been activated for then 16-year-old Anastasia Burke, a ward of the state of the Homestead Place of Safety, Stony Hill, St. Andrew. She has been missing since Thursday, October 19, 2017. Anastasia is of brown complexion, medium build, and 167 centimeters or 5 feet 6 inches tall. Anastasia was last seen at the home at about 10:45 p.m. in a blue polo t-shirt, black jeans, and a pair of blue slippers. An Ananda alert has been activated for 17-year-old Tashi Taylor of Crawl, Riversdale in St. Catherine, who has been missing since Friday, July 20, 2018. She is of brown complexion and medium build, and about 175 centimeters or 5 feet 9 inches tall. Tashi was last seen at 9:30 a.m. in Bogwalk, St. Catherine. She was dressed in a white t-shirt, white jeans, and a pair of black sneakers. 29-year-old Fabian Watt, otherwise called Watkin, a mason of Hague Housing Scheme, Falmouth in Trelawney, has been missing since Saturday, January 26, 2019. He is of brown complexion, slim build, and is 175 centimeters or 5 feet 9 inches tall. Fabian Watt was last seen at about 9 a.m. at a gas station in Falmouth, wearing a white t-shirt, red shorts, and a pair of brown slippers. 78-year-old David Ferron of Old Brayton, St. Catherine, has been missing since Monday, May 8, 2017. He is of dark complexion, medium build, and 174 centimeters or 5 feet 9 inches tall. David Ferron was last seen at 12 p.m. in his community, wearing black pants, a grey shirt, and a pair of brown slippers. 37-year-old Ricardo Austin, otherwise called Ricky, of Greater Portmore, St. Catherine, has been missing since Wednesday, August 8, 2018. He is of brown complexion, slim build, and is about 190 centimeters or 6 feet 3 inches tall. Ricardo Ricky Austin was last seen at home dressed in army-looking pants. An Ananda alert has been activated for 15-year-old Sandrine Watt of Lilliput, St. James. She has been missing since Wednesday, April 4, 2018. She's of brown complexion, medium build, and 157 centimeters or 5 feet 2 inches tall. Sandrine Watt was last seen at about 11:10 a.m. in the St. James Family Court and has not been seen since. She was wearing a yellow dress, grey sweater, and a pair of white slippers.
Whether it's to report extortion, murder, robbery, or assault, as long as it's a crime, the number to call is 311. Watch That Scam is next.
Hi.
Thank you so much for visiting the bank today, ma'am.
I'm here to withdraw $400,000.
$400,000?
Yes, that's correct.
That's a large sum of money, ma'am. Oh, wow. Okay, may I see some ID,
No
bank
problem.
card or anything like that? Okay. Do you want that in 5,000s or
You
1,000?
can mix it up.
Mix
Just
it up?
mix it up,
Okay,
yeah.
no problem. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, let me just run this through the machine just to make certain. Okay. Just for a second time, you know. I love the sound of money machines. Here you are, ma'am. Thank you so much for visiting the bank today.
Yeah.
And remember to tell my manager that you were served by Antoine.
All right, Antoine. Have a good day.
Take care.
All right.
Bye. Yo, Anto. Yeah, she just leave out of the bank a while ago. Yeah, man, she wear one like a pretty frock. She have the money in her bag. Gemma, just deal with the thing, man. We have to leave. All right, go.
All right, take your time and go and dump on her. Wait, hold on. Make she come make you. Go and dump on her. Stop.
Excuse me. I'm looking for the highway.
The highway?
Yes.
You have to turn back around. Yeah, you're gonna have to turn back around.
Turn back around.
Yeah.
A little bit. Come here a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I just want to show you something.
No, please don't.
Go in, cat. Hey, don't make a sound. Give me money. Give me the money.
Please don't kill me. Don't kill me, please.
I say where the money there.
What money?
What do you mean what money? Hey, who are this man? Hey, don't come with me again. Hey, where money there? Yo, come on. Come on,
please.
Come on.
No.
Easy yourself now. Road me, Jane. Next time, she will make sure that she thinks carefully before traveling with such a large sum of money upon her. She should have chartered a taxi from a reputable company. Even better yet, why she never use a bank transfer or get a banker's draft? You should have never waited at a bus stop or walk alone with so much money upon you. Ants follow fat and scammers follow money. Be wise. Don't be scammed.
Organized crime fuels much of the violence in Jamaica and gives birth to some of our most dangerous criminals. Tell us if you know the whereabouts of any of the following men. They are wanted by the police.
Dalsetta Chin, otherwise called Treeway, of Chinatown, Windsor Heights Central Village, St. Catherine, is wanted in connection to a charge of shooting with intent committed against a member of the St. Catherine South Special Operation Team. The incident took place on Wednesday, January 30, 2019. 27-year-old Kevon McCullum of Beacon Hill Thompson Pen Spanish Town, St. Catherine, is wanted for questioning in connection to the murder of 22-year-old Rohan Jason Boogie Brown, who was killed on Sunday, January 20, 2019 at 8 p.m. on Chin Avenue, Beacon Hill. 25-year-old Leon Rose, otherwise called Hitler or Dids, a labourer of Sevens Road, Effortville District, Clarendon, is wanted in connection to the murder of Demar Minnie Lindsay, which was committed on Tuesday, May 21, 2019. Leon Hitler Rose is about 5 feet 7 inches tall, sports a bleached brown complexion and unkempt hair. Delano Wilmot, otherwise called Lana or Preke Boy, of Mother Lane, Retrieve, St. James, is wanted for questioning in connection to the murder of Mark Williams, who was killed on Thursday, June 6, 2016 in Retrieve. Delano Preke Boy Wilmot is considered armed and dangerous.
Yeah, GC.
Saki, wait there. You think I sort out insurance like me?
You know some go BCIC online to sort out my policy. Hold on. See there? My policy just sort out.
Switch to BCIC today. Get a quote and buy online and we'll email your documents to you. Everything we do is for you.
And the flavor with a beat. Black thing now move up him dancing feet. We dance and flavor with a beat. Holy passas, yeah, we acting on the street. Young middle age or old, move your feet. When bass if we dance, everybody have to do it.
Grace, feel the vibe, can't you feel it? Grace, delicious, so nutritious. Yes, quality when you taste it. Want affordable? Look for the label.
Flavor we are here because the spice is flaring. Flavor with a beat, no other brand than near we.
One taste and you know Grace is real.
There is a reason we are the land of wood and water. It's the natural resources which we can draw on to build a solid foundation for years to come. This foundation begins right at that moment of impact between vision and hard work. We don't count the number of blocks laid, but the lives touched. We were there and have been here. West Indies Home Contractors Limited, building communities, building a nation.
It's a new day, filled with new challenges and possibilities. It's another opportunity for us to be the best that we can be. Now is the time to work diligently and creatively with true respect for all. Now is the time to think honestly, serve faithfully, and respond to duty's call.
Let's keep it clean today.
You may have heard or read about it, but how many of us have experienced the horrors of extortion face to face? When the choice you're given is between money and life or death, what would your answer be? One extortion victim tells his story.
Well, we actually, when we got the demand for money for protection, we reported it to the police. They said, well, set a time for the person to come, tell them to come and collect the money. So we set up a time and the police had come about 40 minutes before, and when they came, demanded the money. And with that, the police were in earshot and came and arrested the person. So it went through the courts, and the person was saying that he was impersonating Jim Brown, but that he actually demanded the money. So the judge gave the person a suspended sentence. So you feel exposed, you feel what's the use, you know? Those are the early days. We also had where somebody said that there are Zeeks. They'll need, it was $60,000 for some bail out somebody. And I said, well, if them don't get this bail for this person, other things can happen in the area because of different things and have to get it, and say things could get bad. We contacted the police came, he was arrested. He went to court, he said he's not Zeeks, said that he wanted this money to take care of personal things, and again get suspended sentence. So with all of that, you really have to wonder, what is the judiciary doing? What is the judges doing to stem this extortion? When people step forward and report these matters of extortion, the court need to lock them up. Something needs to be taken care of there. Some reports that the person who has made the report feels justice is done and that the person that back out on the street and the person at the report not for watch them back. Situations where when you try to stand up for what is your rights, to make things be done the right way, and you get threats that, listen, you need to stop them things or you will get killed. Real threats have happened. Sometimes you don't go to your business place for a little while just to make things kind of settle down. You have to just take a new approach, a new frame of how you can function, and you approach to functioning, because these threats can be real. The extortion really is a offshoot of public disorder, because if you can patrol the place them properly, people them have all the opportunity to extort. If you can patrol the place properly and you're doing that regularly, and people can see who is lurking and who is monitoring you, you have a chance. But when you have a situation that nobody can see who is unusual and you have pure congestion, that is a recipe for disaster. That is a recipe for all the crime that is happening. And those same areas hide guns, ammunition, take stolen goods, launder money. All of these things are what's happening. So you have to have where you can patrol the place proper. You can't have the conditions that them have now in Naples, Spanish Town, downtown, and that breed up extortion.
No matter how they threaten you, extortion is always a matter for the police. When your property or life are in danger, these safety tips may help.
Safety Tips, sponsored by Guardsman.
Extortion occurs in so many different ways. Sometimes we are extorted and we don't even realize that it has happened. The Jamaica Constabulary Force tells us that what we should do is, first of all, never entertain a verbal solicitation. When somebody comes to you and say they are working and trying to help an organization or a particular group of people and they're asking you to donate to that effort, always say, bring a letter. Give me something on a letterhead. Demand something about some sort of authority that you are actually contributing to something real. Many times these things are just scams and they're gone with your money before you know it, but you are trying to be a good citizen. Always ask for an official document. Try and find out where the place is and whether it's legitimate, because that is the simplest form of extortion. Many of us are approached in our businesses and asked to make contributions or pay for certain services which are non-existent. We need to be very careful. Always try to resist, but also at the same time make note of a description of the person who has approached you, how they came to your location, where are they asking the money to go to, what method of payment they are asking for. Sometimes these solicitations even come by way of telephone. Always make a record of the telephone number that you received it on, the telephone number that called you if possible, the time and the date of that call, and if you can, maybe even record that telephone call that is being made. You know, once you realize you are being extorted or an attempt is being made to extort, you need to inform the police as early as possible. You also need to notify the police immediately if a threat is made against your life, against your property, or anyone associated with your business. Sometimes extortion letters arrive to your property asking you to donate, or you must pay because you need protection, or whatever it is that they're offering. Take that letter. Restrict the number of people that handle that letter. Call the police and inform them. Once you realize there's an effort to extort you, improve on your physical security by way of installing cameras, surveillance systems, recording devices, and so on. One thing that you must always do is notify the police and gather as much information as possible. Once you give in to extortion, it never stops.
Organized crime and gangs are a serious concern in Jamaica that starts at the community level, but often grows into sophisticated operations with national and international connections. I'm Leroy Hall.
And I am Deidre Dixon. CS311 returns next week.